In a golf world full of rather uninteresting, interchangeable players, one man stands out. One man that is equally dominant on the course as he is fascinating off of it. One man named Brooks Koepka. Here are the reasons why Brooks Koepka should be your favorite golfer. First and foremost, Brooks is an unbelievable player. He's already won 4 majors and has numerous other strong finishes in the sport's biggest events. This year he finished 2nd, 1st, 2nd, and 4th in the 4 majors. Last year he claimed the US Open and PGA Championship titles. Oh, and in 2017 he won the US Open as well. He's in the midst of perhaps the best run of major championship golf that any player has ever had, even Tiger. Only 4 players have ever been in the top 5 of each major in one season: Woods, Jack Nicklaus, Ricky Fowler, and Jordan Spieth. But when you consider that Koepka won 2 majors in 2018 and won the year prior, nobody matches this run. Of the 24 majors he's played in, he's come in the top 15 16 times with 13 top 10s and 4 wins. Oh, and those 4 wins have come in his last 10 major starts. That's absurd. And you want to know what else is absurd? Taking a look at Koepka's record in non-majors. He only has 2 PGA Tour wins that aren't majors. Yes, he has 4 majors and only 2 regular tour wins. What's even more incredible is that Brooks admits he simply doesn't care about non-major tournaments. He's not like Tiger in the fact that he chooses not to play them, he simply plays poorly. As of the time of making this video, here are Koepka's last 7 performances in non-majors. Miscut, T56, T56, 4, T50, T57, and T65. That is bad. Conversely, in his last 7 majors, he's come in 1st, T39, 1st, T2, 1st, 2nd, and T4. That makes absolutely no sense to anybody except Brooks Koepka, which I'll address further later.
Sometimes the majors are the easiest ones to win. Half the people shoot themselves out of it, and mentally I know I can beat most of them.
Here's a list of the largest positive discrepancies between true strokes gained in majors versus non-major rounds since 2015. Brooks is an astonishing 1.8 strokes better per round in majors. Moreover, it's crazy that Koepka seemingly came out of nowhere. Yes, he was an accomplished amateur, but he got his PGA Tour card through the European Challenge Tour and then the Euro Tour. His first PGA win came in 2015 when he was already 25. When he won his first major, he was already 27 and had only 1 tour win. Normally, when a potentially dominant or transcendent player enters the scene, they win a lot and win when they're young. For instance, Jordan Spieth won 2 majors when he was only 21 and already had 11 tour wins and 3 majors by the age of 23. Rory McIlroy had 4 majors and 18 professional wins by the time he was 25. For comparison, Koepka was just picking up his first PGA Tour win when he was turning 25. But Koepka is here now, and that's all that matters. The second reason why Brooks Koepka should be your favorite golfer is his personality. While initially he was viewed as a dull, jock dud, kind of like Dustin Johnson, he's proved to be the exact opposite. Andy Johnson, a golf writer, course architecture expert, and creator of the Fried Egg, who's worked closely with Koepka, stated that one of the biggest misconceptions about Brooks is that he's dumb. I actually think he might be one of the smartest guys out there. All of his press conferences and post-round interviews are must-watch. He's not afraid to share his mind on other players, or the way he perceives he's being disrespected by the media. He's also called out other tour pros, like Sergio Garcia after his annex in Saudi Arabia. During a pre-US Open press conference this year, he called out golfers for complaining about how the USGA sets up courses. Finally, and most recently, Koepka roasted JB Holmes for his egregiously slow play, a stance all golf fans can get behind. Another recurring theme with Brooks is how he finds ways to motivate himself. He uses the media's lack of attention towards him as a way to get himself going. For example, Koepka's swing coach, Claude Harmon III, let the media know Koepka was both annoyed and motivated by the fact that no one wanted to interview him after he shot a 169 in the opening round of the 2018 PGA Championship, a tournament he later went on to win. He also got ticked off when he was not asked to do a pre-tournament press conference for the 2018 Tour Championship. He responded, quote, "The media has their guys they want to talk to. I'm not one of them, and that's fine. You've got guys who will kiss up, and I'm not going to kiss up. I don't need to kiss anyone's butt. I'm here to play golf. I'm not here to do anything else. A lot of guys are known for the stuff they do off the golf course and who they like to hang around with. It's pretty obvious who's doing that and who isn't. I don't need to bend over backwards to be friends with anyone in the media, but certain guys do that because they want their names written. I'd rather be written about because of my play." Last year, when he was at the gym working out with Dustin Johnson, Koepka was angered that he wasn't recognized. Quote, "I was at the gym with Dustin and everybody wanted a picture with him. They were talking about him as we left, and I was just standing there laughing. It's like, yeah, okay, I don't know what to say to that. He also mentioned to the media that he was perturbed he had just seen a promo that didn't feature him on Fox Sports for the 2019 US Open, when Brooks was going for the three-peat. There's been a couple of times where it's just mind-boggling, Koepka said. It's like, really? Like, how do you forget that? Just kind of shocked. They've had over a year to put it out, so I don't know. Somebody's probably going to get fired over it, or they should. When ESPN the magazine put together a list of the 20 most dominant athletes of 2018 and did not include Koepka on it despite the fact that he won 2 majors, he was so annoyed, particularly that ESPN put a horse on there instead of him, he saved it as his lock screen on his phone, wanting to wake up every day and look at it so he could be pissed off again. Finally, Golf Channel commentator Brandel Chambly insulted Koepka earlier this year by saying that he needed to see more before anointing Koepka as a generationally great player and that he might not have the mental toughness to win the Masters. That really pissed me off, Koepka said after winning the PGA Championship. Thirdly, Koepka is just a flat-out awesome competitor, which is kind of a weird dynamic since he claims he doesn't care and doesn't play at the highest level at all events, but he's a real competitor when he wants to be. Trying to make the 2016 Ryder Cup team, Koepka put everything on the line. Brooks finished T4 in the PGA Championship with an ankle so swollen and painful he could barely walk earlier in the week. He could only push off of one foot and was in serious jeopardy of further severely hurting himself, but he simply wanted to do everything he possibly could to make the team. At the 2016 Open Championship at St. Andrews, when rules officials from the R&A were insisting players continue on during the third round, even through the wind, that was whipping in excess of 35 miles per hour, Koepka stood his ground and got into a heated discussion with the official on the 7th green. "I am a sir," the rules official allegedly said, "and you will refer to me as such when addressing me." "I don't give a F who you are," Koepka responded. "I'm not playing until my ball stops oscillating." The fourth reason that BK should be your favorite golfer is that with each tournament that passes, Koepka seems to get more and more expressive. At this year's Open Championship, Koepka stated, quote, "I don't practice for regular tournaments. When you see me on TV, that's when I play golf."
Regular tournaments, I don't practice. If you see me on TV, that's when I play golf.
He also ghosted Tiger when he asked to play a practice round at Port Rush.
I said, "Hey, dude, you don't mind if I, tag along and play a practice round?" I've heard nothing.
And as mentioned earlier, he destroyed JB Holmes for his slow play.
A lot of slow players. A lot of them are the very good players too, which is kind of the problem.
He also made headlines in a fun way when he denied his girlfriend Janice Sims' attempt at kissing him before arriving to Bethpage Black before the final round of the PGA Championship. Koepka also showed another side of his personality on Part of My Take. He displayed his casual, lighthearted, funny nature. He admitted that he thinks golf is way too long and boring.
It gets boring from like hole 5 to 12. You're just like, where am I right now?
He also played along with jokes and fun banter and copped to the shallow reason why I lost weight for ESPN the magazine, sabotaging his golf game.
How much weight did you lose?
I was like 30 pounds, yeah.
What was the plan behind that?
I just wanted to look good.
Fifth and finally, Brooks is simply different, which is cool. Koepka doesn't have an equipment deal, and he isn't part of a single national ad campaign. It's an approach so different from that of his contemporaries that you can sometimes see them trying to wrap their heads around it. He also isn't super friendly with other players. He's kind of an enigma. He's not like Justin Thomas or Fowler or Spieth who likes hanging around or being a part of the golf community. Quote, "I don't really know Brooks that well. I don't know his routines," Rory McIlroy said. "I'm not a golf nerd," Koepka stated in 2016. "I'm not big on the history. At home, I'm definitely not watching golf. I'd rather be watching baseball, basketball, football, whatever it is." I think the whole concept of an extremely dominant athlete that dislikes the sport he plays and wishes he did something else is fascinating. The only parallel I see is Nick Kyrgios in tennis, but Koepka actually backs it up and can win the biggest events. I also think the dynamic of someone who so clearly doesn't care for the majority of the season, yet is able to flip a switch 4 times a year is astonishing. That is not how golf should or has ever worked before. What Koepka is doing is historic and remarkable. I mean, out of nowhere and in a random 2-year stretch, he passed DJ, who has 20 tour wins but only 1 major, and already matched McIlroy with 4 majors. He's a unique athlete and ultimate competitor with a finisher attitude. He's a closer, but only when he wants to be. But he shows up and brings his A-game to honestly the only events that really matter in the general sports landscape. Brooks Koepka is the needle. Golf needs him, and you need not only to watch him, but root for him. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on Brooks Koepka? Who is your favorite golfer? Share the video with your friends and leave a like if you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RespectThePoint. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.